Hello, everybody, and welcome to another review by Watchful I Studio. It's been a little while since we've done a review, and I wanted to go back and start looking at the American forces for the World War III Team Yankee game. So first up on the plate, with no need for introduction, is the AH-64 Apache helicopter platoon. 2 helicopters in the box, TUBX-21, plastic miniatures, retails for $35 US. Looking at the back of the box, it shows the contents that you get, being the 2 Apache helicopters with the option of making it a Apache longbow variant, which has no in-game application, but it just looks cool. And it even allows you to mount it or dismount it pretty easily without any magnets. So depending on how you're feeling each game, you can make your Apaches look a little bit different. Has the flight stands that typically come with a long and short flight stick, the rare earth magnets to be able to magnetize your rotors, which with this kit, you don't really need them, but you can use them, making it easier. There's an assembly guide and, of course, a unit card. Cracking open the box, you can see the sprues in that kind of American greenish color that your World War III Team Yankee American stuff is going to be coming in. It is a hard plastic, so it goes together with plastic cement very, very well. Melts the pieces together, which is something that I would highly recommend using. First sprue, you can see has parts to the fuselage, the rotors, the radar for the Apache longbow variant, and some of the weapon systems. The next sprue is the main body of the Apache itself, the tail rotor blade, some more of the weapon systems, and some of the wheels as well. And then, of course, we have the flight stands with the short and long flight stick. Getting into a little bit more details of the Apache itself, we have the card that displays the statistics that you need in order to play the game. Like most American equipment, it's hit on a 4+, has a 4+ save, which, is okay. And then its weapon systems listed down below with the hellfire missiles, which are quite nasty and probably one of your more powerful weapon systems against those heavy armored Soviet tanks. You have your chain gun. It's great against infantry and even some lighter vehicles. And then you have the rocket launchers, which is going to be pretty good against infantry, but if they're dug in, that 6 firepower is going to hurt you. But having a salvo and that big template, you'll hopefully hit a lot of teams. Flipping over the card, you can see you can take either 2 or 4 Apaches for 12 or 24 points, respectively. And it also lists out the special rules for the different weapons, targeting systems, things of that nature that it has on the vehicle itself. And overall, I would say Apaches are very, very close to being a must-take in most American forces to give you that high mobility, anti-tank capability, as well as some anti-infantry capabilities if needed. It's a very versatile vehicle that you can take in the game, and it can get where you need it to get on the tabletop. Like most helicopters or even aircraft for that matter, I would make sure that the opponent's anti-air capabilities are taken out or at least minimized, so your helicopters can have a little bit more free reign on the table without the worry of being shot down. I'm going to go right ahead and put some of these together. Let's take a look at what they look like after I've assembled them. Here is a fully assembled AH-64 Apache helicopter, and I opted to put together the D variant, also known as the longbow. It truly is an enjoyable kit to put together. Very simple. I love the way that the rotors are assembled and mount on the helicopter itself. And I also glued in the clear plastic mount on the bottom of the vehicle so I can easily push fit this on to a flight stand. I really look forward to painting these helicopters up and seeing what they can do in the game. Here's my Apache box set, fully assembled and mounted on their flight stands. I'm usually partial to using the short sticks, mainly because I'm kind of a klutz, and any risk of them falling at a higher distance is always going to probably break something. So I want to keep them as close to the table as I can, mainly because of my ability to pretty much hit or knock anything off the table if it's, well, even on the table. So I just have bad luck in that regard. They look great put together. Again, a very, very easy kit to assemble. And as I continue to build up my Apaches, I think what I'll do in my flights is have one be a longbow, kind of like a command piece, even though they don't have command. And then the others will be just normal Apaches. Apaches just grounded, landing on the tabletop themselves, or in this case, just a white background. And this is another way that you can move them around the table if the flight stands kind of bother you. But I think they look cool, above the battlefield doing their business. My intention for my American force, like a few other forces that I'm working on, is I pretty much want to assemble everything that I own first and then kind of do a batch paint. So when I sit down to actually paint the army itself, I will just knock it out, just get done in one whack. And I'm hoping there won't be many vehicles or a need to add things to the force, once I've already painted it. But any wargamer will probably immediately call BS on that statement, because you're always adding things to your army. And one of the things that I try to do to maintain consistency is write down my paint plan. So if I do ever have to go back and either touch up a vehicle or add new items, I can refer to that paint plan, because this mind is not in a 20-year-old body anymore, and I can't memorize everything that I work on, and I have way too many projects. So I just can't just remember what I've done. So I have to write everything down now, which is, I guess, good that I recognize the fact that I can't remember it. So it's good that I can refer to those paint plans as long as I remember where I kept my book. Great kit, highly recommend it. Probably one of the better World War III Team Yankee kits that Battlefront makes. The particular attention to the rotors and the thickness of them is infinitely better than the Hinds that I have put together, which is an older kit. I'm a little less likely to break the rotor blades. So I really, really enjoyed putting this together. I look forward to painting them and seeing them on the table and finally being able to get some games in with all these COVID restrictions being loosened up. Do me a favor. If you like the video, throw down a comment, post, other reviews that you want to see, maybe something I missed. Hit the like button, subscribe. It's helping the channel grow. And we're going to continue to do more content for both product reviews and some hobby articles coming down the pipeline. So I'm just glad I'm getting back into the saddle and doing reviews again. Everybody take care. Thanks for watching.